Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Ian Donald and this is my friend
Brett Morrison.
and
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all. I don't know why I went all American then for a minute. It was
I don't
weird.
know why I said nice to meet you, but anyway.
It was weird, we had a weird introduction. We are doing a little video, we're going to keep this kind of short. We think, who knows what will happen. Talking about floats and how important floats are and the different types of float you can get. So this is specifically spearfishing floats, I should say, really, or like foraging and kind of general exploration floats. Maybe do another video down the line for freediving floats because they're very different and they have a very different purpose altogether. It's like chalk and cheese.
Another story.
Yeah, another story. So we have a little selection of floats piled up on the floor down here and one very large one just over here. We also have some float line as well. So what's the purpose of a float, Mr. Morrison?
Well, I would call it like the mothership in a way, because you can, depending on the size too, boy, you can always have a bag under it. You carrying your water, refreshment, a Mars bar, something like that. You're carrying your fish stringer, which ultimately you can put your fish on and keep them away from you, particularly in sharky areas. You know, South Africa, for one, how I was accustomed to. At times, you know, they are a very, very useful thing. They are a beacon so that you can be seen because of the amount of absolute cowboys out in the water on jet skis and boats and that, which pay no attention to international law.
You've got a flag, but like who cares?
There's regulations that you're not meant to be within certain 50 meters.
50 meters, yeah.
Of the alpha dive flag.
Yeah, so the alpha flag means someone is in the water. That's what that means.
I'm here underneath.
Yes, in this area, keep away. Certainly in the UK, wherever you're from, if it's not the UK, it might be different, but in the UK, you literally need nothing to go and buy a boat. You just need the money. That's all they care about. Do you have the money? Thank you very much. Here's your boat. Good luck.
I think, I mean, South Africa, certainly there's skipper's licenses involved, and I'm sure America, places like that.
So countries where there isn't, extra special care need apply, you know? So especially things like jet skis and anything that can maybe like jet propelled, go super fast, you have to be so careful because before you know it, it's on top of you.
Some of us can get away with it if you've grown up with boats. You've just got general experience. You know, fishing as a kid with your father, and you know he had a boat, and you learn. There you go, son, take control. But
there's so many people. There's
people
not.
are cowboys over here.
Yeah.
You only have to go to off what's it, Sandbanks, Bournemouth, those kind of areas.
If you know it, you'll know what we mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Different types of float, so they're there to signal your presence, like Brad said, to kind of carry all your stuff. Also to connect you to your gun or whatever you're using, pole or sling. If we just kind of like so what are you showing them here?
So basically that's a tuna clip or shark clip or whatever we call them these days. That would go clip on to your float line.
Float line.
That would.
Different float lines. There you go. There's your
I'm
float
being
line.
very
Stuff.
structured. So there's my that's my stuff there as it is. That's a spliced South African float line. Hangs well in the water. Just has a really good buoyancy. And
this is normally polyethylene line, by the way.
Polyethylene line.
So like this is so you can buy. So you don't have to. We were considering doing like a bodge job video a minute ago, and I realised so much of this is bodge jobs.
Yeah.
When you come to float line, you can either go and buy like float line from a manufacturer, you know, Rob Allen, Rife, Cressy, whatever, Oma, or you could go on eBay and buy like 50 meters or something for like £8.
Yeah.
You know, and this is what I've done here, and this is polyethylene black line. It floats really well. It's got a nice stiffness to it. It's got just a sort of a standard braid, and it's gonna do the job.
Not gonna snap easy.
No, super. Like I don't know what the break constraint on this stuff is, but it's like
a lot.
Mega. Anyway,
So that would essentially go. That keeps rolling. It wants to poke you. Yes. So this.
We've already got to that point.
back to the depths.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's clipped onto that that float line. That goes off down to your gun. So off to the gun there, and that's so essentially spear, shooting line, gun, clip, float line, clip, float, flag, and we are onto another clip, and off the back is your fish stringer.
Or potentially catch bag
Underneath
whatever.
too. Catch bags over there. That is your complete separate system, and it's a system I use. That's my personal system.
Yeah.
Just have grown up that way, and horses for courses, whatever you go for.
Yeah.
That's the way it's gonna pan out for you.
But I mean, what Brett's showing here is that a Rob Allen one?
Yeah, that's the Rob Allen one with a weighted bottom.
So you got
keeps it upright in choppy seas.
But you'll notice it's hard, right? So this kind of buoy is very good. Terrible for travelling, like pretty terrible for travelling because it's just some of these are totally sealed, some not. But it's certainly not great for packing away because it's that big and then that's it. You know, if you were on more of a budget and more of a travelling persuasion, you want to go for something that's inflatable. Now that can still be a high pressure float. So if you're going for big game, you want to have a high pressure float or something that won't collapse under pressure. So it wouldn't be necessarily something like this, but to give you an idea, you've got obviously a bladder inside a nylon coating, and that's just this is like your bog standard.
I've still got one of those. Yeah.
This is like the bog standard type of float.
I think I bought one in Fuerteventura.
Yeah.
One
15,
year.
20 quid max.
That was it, max.
Something like that. All the bits are there.
Stops the spike, the puncture too with that double bladder.
Yeah. You know, little carabiner hook things and clip-ons and everything that you need within a budget and very collapsible.
Just missing its.
This is the flag. Imagine a flag on here.
Often these ones will come with a red and white, typical American style
the dive flag. Dan flag.
Dan flag. That's the one.
Now, if we go down the bodge route again, so this is one that I made earlier, long time ago actually. Basically, kind of like Brett's one, but homemade, essentially. So this is a lifeguard can. You'll see these. I've seen a lot of people make these actually, and they work pretty well. Mine's leaking, but hard plastic, a weight on the bottom so as to keep it upright, a flag holder. I just made this is just a little piece of plastic which I just machined at home to size. Zip tied all together, got a knife zip tied to the top, couple of bands and various things. There you go. And, you know, probably, I don't know, probably a lot cheaper than what Brad paid for that Rob Allen, I'm guessing.
Yeah, you know. So I must confess I've got most of the things free.
Oh, well, okay. So if you were going
cheaper.
Out to buy one, it would be cheaper. Brett managed to scam his free.
Yes,
so
they're either one or.
But you can get these, so for example, these sort of lifeguard cans, you can buy these through eBay and stuff and Amazon for like 20 quid.
Yeah.
And it'll
that
last.
is a great setup that.
Yeah, lasts a lifetime. And you've got loads of handouts. Remember, let's not forget, this is a life-saving device. So if you're talking about something that's useful for you out in the sea, you can get on it.
You get on it, yeah.
And save some lives.
And I've done that a few times in some testing conditions.
Yeah.
Onto even the double-bladed float, I've just got on there and I've just hugged it. And
if need be.
Worn out in current.
Yeah.
Particularly off the ledges in Dorsets and all that, and that current was ripping through, and I was having too much of a good time, and
just
you forget about it, and you just chill.
Yeah, I always tell people, like, if you get caught in a current or something, the best thing to do is just relax. Just try and chill. I know that RNLI at the moment are doing a big push for just like laying on your back and trying to wait for rescue and stuff. And certainly with spearfishing, if you get caught in a current, just go with it for a bit. You're in a strong position since you've probably got fins on, you've got a float. Just let it take you. It's not going to take you to France or America or something like that. You know, the best thing you can do is try and stay solid.
Your panic is more danger to you.
Yeah, exactly. So talking about laying on top of stuff, I'm going to try and bring this into shot. This should take up almost the entire frame.
Yeah, that's as a dive hunter.
Yeah.
Essentially a mini Rib.
It's made from rib material.
Powered by your
feet.
Instead of an outboard motor.
Yeah. So different brands make different ones. This is an Epsilon one. Can't remember the name, but it's pretty obvious if you saw it online. Let's put it down there for the moment.
These are fantastic. You can put 2 water bottles in there, or cans of Coke, or whatever takes your fancy.
Fish, crabs, lobsters.
Lobsters.
Scallops.
Oysters. I've even got a small, tiny little anchor like that.
Yeah.
Grab an anchor.
Yeah, and then you can just kind of stick that and kind of work with that.
And I'll hunt a patch. I'll move the mothership to the area, and I'll just hunt that whole patch.
You got again. That's that Dan flag. Look how tired that's looking. But get a lot of height. They're very visible. If you're covering a lot of distance between sites or something, almost invaluable because you use a lot less energy than pushing your entire frame through the water because you use it as a bodyboard.
You're up and out. Particularly in wind and strong currents, you're up and out of it.
Yeah. On the bottom, like this one has some various little hooks, and loops, and it's got some little fins on it as well to kind of direct it. Again, fully collapsible. You can deflate it, and it will be, manageable to go away with if you needed to. It's pretty serious bit of kit to travel with, I'd say. But that's kind of gives you an idea of something a little bit more kind of, it might not be something in your budget at the moment though, that's the only thing. Right?
120 quid or something?
Yeah, I think that was even more actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, you can spend a lot of money on these things.
Then again, I've used mine a lot.
Yeah.
In fact, it's kind of my choice.
Yeah.
And people make straps for them.
Yeah.
So
rucksack straps.
Rucksack straps. So they've got all their kit. They've got their fins and guns strapped on, and they put it on, and they go for a trek along, coastline, coast path, and go and find that little honeypot down the bottom of the cliff.
Yeah.
And
you can kind of strap everything to them. You put your gun attached, maybe attach your fins, and
it's access.
Yeah.
And sometimes you get that offshore reef that you just want to get to, but you just want that little bit more safety.
Yeah, security.
Security,
really.
yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to be kind of like swimming 200-300 meters out to sea with just you.
You can have these new personal trackers.
Yeah, a little EPIRB or something.
You could have a flare on there.
Phone.
Whistle, phone.
So you bring your phone in a little waterproof case. That's going to keep you safe because if you just have like a little, almost like I think of it like a burner phone, like a little, not that I know what that is, but you know what I mean. Like, so it's just something that just doesn't matter if you wreck it. Don't bring your new iPhone or whatever, but little cheap Nokia in there.
Well, I've seen burner phones. People walking around with iPhones. Just a couple of iPhones in the back pocket.
Yeah, there you go. Lux.
That's the Lux burner phone.
The Lux.
Yeah.
I would definitely, but having that, you're going to get reception. Way offshore. You can be miles offshore and still, because obviously it's flat, it's the sea, so you get lots of line of sight.
There's probably an app for that.
Yeah.
There's got to be some kind of apps.
Yeah. But just having contact with the shore. If something were to go wrong, phone the RLI, phone 999, 911, whatever. Help.
I think mobile phone signals skip along the water, so that you do pick up outside.
Good distance. Yeah.
It's a good distance out to sea.
There's other ways of making. I've seen people make them out of bodyboards. Perfectly acceptable.
What do they call it in? Is it Spain and France? Is it plancha?
Plancha, yeah.
Plancha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first float was a 2-litre lemonade bottle sprayed on the inside with orange spray paint.
Wow.
Tied on. Job done. It was better than nothing. Visible. People see you there. Costs nothing.
Yep.
The price of a bottle of lemonade.
Yeah, I think it was same. There was a cable tied around the neck bottle with a fixed bit of rope. That was it.
Yeah, and that's all you need. I think what we're trying to say really is there's loads of different options. Again, you can spend as much money as you want or as little money as you want. Ultimately, this may be your most important thing that you have with you.
Safety wise, yeah.
Safety wise,
and safety first, obviously.
Safety first, otherwise you'll get your
head chopped off. You talk about never dive alone. That's an ideal world thing, and often we do dive alone. Having a float is a very important thing.
It's like
I
one
would,
and a half people.
I would never dive without floats.
No.
It's that simple for me. And really, you know, if you're going to go have a swim around with just a gun and that, it's not the best.
No.
And there's other subjects there. There's shallow
loads.
water blackouts, and
again, we will go into
we'll
all
get
this.
into all that, and
we'll bore you with other topics, no doubt.
but yeah, that was a fairly mundane thing, but an important
Yeah.
important one.
So in the meantime, be safe out there. Bring your float with you wherever you go, and we will see you in another video another day. Bye.
Safety first.